Good morning, folks, and welcome to the WatchDog Show. I have received many emails from towing companies to police to complimentary emails to... I've only received a couple of rough ones, but this morning I received what I think it's the third one in 2 weeks. Basically, I had the opportunity, I saw a detective in a restaurant last week, and I pulled him aside and I said, "Can I ask you a couple questions?" And I asked him, I said, "Do you guys get involved with the internet at all? Crimes on the internet?" And he told me that they were so vast that it was hard to even, he said they take reports, but to track things down, it's impossible. There's so much going on. I said, "What is or are the worst sites?" Craigslist, adultfriendfinder.com. Those are the two that he said, extortion and scams. Craigslist, he said, is now taking the lead. It used to be Adult Friend Finder for extortion. What we're finding in Tucson in the last month is, I can't call it extortion. I can only call it an outing because nothing is in demand. They just send stuff to your work and embarrassing stuff. The people that are using the casual encounters are at great risk, as somebody in Tucson is outing many people. I got an email from a gentleman this morning that has been with his company for 15 years and was responding to transgender ads, which this is the second one on transgender in 2 weeks that has turned out to be basically an outing. These ads, we've done a piece on it, and apparently it's not sinking in. Most of the ads on Craigslist are fake. Sure, there's some real ones, but most of them are fake, and most of them are there just to get your email address, or even worse, your IP address, which exposes the physical address where you're emailing from, which if you're doing it from your job, which is stupid to start with, you're risking everything. Also, there are some... I had one email when I first started this site about a person that got something because he had engaged emails with an escort. So Craigslist is absolutely outrageous if you're going to go on there for those reasons. Now, in other categories, they're just scamming your email. If you write to them, then they have your IP, which your IP, I have now learned, can lead to a lot of things besides your physical address. I'm going to go ask a question about what I've heard in Texas and a few other states that's happening, is the ads placed that are cash only. When you show up to buy the item with the cash, they rob you. Again, the local media and the national media is failing every person in this nation and in this town, Tucson, for not reporting this. The people that get into the situation, like the gentleman that emailed me this morning, and he sent me some valid information to make me understand where this came from. We'll have to track it down. It's not that easy. You just know when you see the information he sent. But if you have a job and you're on Craigslist, don't expect to keep your job too long. There's a lot of people, hateful people. There are church groups that don't want this going on. But in any category on Craigslist, you're at risk. The only way you can place an ad and be safe is you place an ad, you take their response, but you can't respond to it. In your ad, you have to tell them to send a phone number. People that are selling lawnmowers and things like that, you place the ad and say you'll get no response unless you send a local phone number. It's the safest way. Don't respond to anybody that responds to you and asks, "Is the item still available?" It's all BS. They're looking for your email and, even worse, your IP address. Folks, heed this warning. Take your sexual desires somewhere else besides Craigslist before you lose everything. And like I said, they don't want anything. They don't want money. They don't want that. They just want to expose you. And this gentleman that wrote this morning wrote a fairly detailed and drawn out, gave me the everything that he could on it. And it's sad. Now he doesn't have a job. Do you think this man's going to get another job in this economy? Folks, let's wake up to Craigslist. They're not protecting you. You're not protecting yourself. And it's getting carried away. You see a detective? Pull him aside. Just ask him. I did. Off the record, of course. Police don't like to be on the record with me. Folks, I hope you understand how serious this